Good afternoon or good day wherever you are. I'm going to share my screen. Make sure I can do this. Okay. Can you see my title slide?
Yes.
Thank you. So I'm the clan genealogist, and I'm going to say a few words about where we're going to go with genealogy in the clan, where we want to be, how we're going to get there, what you can expect, and a little bit about myself at the end. There's very little on the website right now in terms of genealogy. Ideally, in the future, we'd like to have revised articles on the land, which is where we get the name, and the family and the clan, and the arms and the tartan, and how all this fits together and how it all fits into history. And we would like to have a solid presentation of the backbone Cunningham line of Kilmore's, Glencairn, and Corsehill, which starts back, we think, in the 12th century and then comes down to Sir John today. And also the cadet lines, because the Cunninghams have sprouted many branches, and the lines of the affiliated families or septs, and there are quite a few of those. Lastly, the lines of our members in particular, and how they are all connected if they can be connected. How we're going to get there is that the articles will be posted as they're written. And for the genealogy, we're using software called the Next Generation. For a preview of what it's going to look like, you can go to this web link. This is not a link on the website's main menu yet. You have to type it in. So it's just the clancunningham.org/genealogy. And this is what it looks like at the moment. You can see up at the top all the names of the septs that are part of the clan. And one thing to note, pardon me, is that the Cunningham name has spread all over the world, and it includes many people who are not genetically related to the backbone Glencairn line or even to each other. So we could end up, and I expect to end up on this website with several unconnected family trees, but we will do the best we can to connect them. We're also going to include living people if they are agreeable to having their names and a little bit of information about themselves on the website. But we will ask people, members of society, to be careful about preserving their privacy. This software, if you see at the bottom there, 3 columns of different types of information, this software provides all of this information if we put it in the first place: places, dates, anniversaries, calendar, photos, documents, headstones, albums, cemeteries, repositories, DNA tests, and so on. And while you cannot see this on the Cunningham website yet, this is what my father's line looks like on my own website. And you can see from my father, Tracy Jr., up to Tracy Wilbur, to Elijah, to Samuel Hawkins, who dropped from a saucer in 1839 in Western Tennessee. And I would dearly, dearly love to know the identity of his parents. So the first step in building this database, so to speak, is to put in the backbone line of Kilmore's, Glencairn, and Corsill, and that is in progress. And to do that, we're using two sources. The first is called the Red Book of Scotland, Volume 4 by Gordon MacGregor, 18 volumes in the whole set, and it is available both in print and in PDF. The Red Book is entirely scholarly in nature, and there's nothing in there that is not firmly supported by documentation. The other source is Burke's Peerage, Baronetage, and Knightage, the 107th edition, and Burke's is also quite highly regarded, but they do include in it material from, for example, family papers, which don't have any other substantiation. We will include in the software notes in the backbone about which source we're using, or if we're using both. And I'll just give you an example. The Red Book says that the Cunningham line begins with Harvey de Cunningham, and Burke's Peerage says it begins with Vernebalt. And there's a couple of generations between these two guys. And we'll make notes about how that situation exists and why it exists, and you can draw your own conclusions from it. The second step is to put in the cadet lines and the seps. The third line, the lines of the members connected as best as we can. What you can expect. When the time's right, we're going to ask you for your Cunningham ancestry, and we're going to try and collect that online by a GEDCOM file. A GEDCOM is the international standard for passing genealogical information between computers. So a GEDCOM file or a fillable PDF, and we'll be able to help you produce that. We're going to put in your Cunningham line only, not your entire family tree. So for example, we saw my father's complete tree going back to his 8 great-grandparents. We're not going to put in 7 of those lines, but only the 8th one, which is the Cunningham line. And we'll post whatever is supported under the genealogical proof standard, which is used in the field to dictate what information can be included in a family tree. Among other points, this means having good documentation. And we will ask your permission to post basic information about the living. We won't do your genealogy for you, but we will try to connect your Cunningham line to other lines. And I'll just make a note that here in America, America pre-1850 west of the Appalachians can be really hard. Ireland has a reputation among genealogists for being very difficult, because during the rebellion back around 1920, much of the records of Ireland, about 1,000 years of records, went up in smoke. And Scotland is not particularly easy either. So we tell you, we exhort you to do as much as you can, and we can provide advice and guidance and a place online to put it all and try and connect it all together. Thank you. That's me. I'm the clan genealogist, and my email for this purpose is cci.genealogist@gmail.com. Thank you. David, back to you.
Okay. I was trying to unmute Cheryl also. Very good. And I think it might be good to say that you've created this with the software, and It will be up on the website fairly soon. Now, that's a general statement on fairly soon, but it will be available through the CCI website. Very
And
good.
we do plan, by the way, to make the genealogy available only to members. It will not be a public thing.
This will only be as successful as well, in addition to the Red Book and other recognized trustworthy sources, but